Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dominique Martin, a licensed therapist. Have you ever felt emotionally disconnected from your partner, even though you still together? Or maybe conversations stay on the surface. Maybe conflict never really gets resolved. Or perhaps one or both of you tend to shut down emotionally, withdraw, or avoid talking about what's really going on. If so, emotional suppression may be playing a larger role in your relationship than you realize. Emotional suppression can quietly create distance between partners, making it difficult to maintain the closeness, understanding, and connection that healthy relationships needs to thrive. In this video, we'll talk about what emotional suppression is, why it happens, and how it affects relationships, and what you can do to start addressing it. So, what is emotional suppression? Emotional suppression in relationships occurs when a partner consciously or unconsciously hides, denies, dismisses, or pushes aside or avoids their emotions. And this can look like telling yourself that you're fine when you're hurt, or avoiding difficult conversations, emotionally withdrawing during conflict, shutting down instead of expressing feelings, or minimizing your own experiences, or ignoring emotions rather than understanding them. Many partners suppress emotions because they believe it's helping the relationship. So they may think, if I don't bring this up, we won't argue. If I don't show my feelings, I won't get hurt. If I keep this to myself, I'll avoid being vulnerable. In the moment, emotional suppression can feel like a way of maintaining peace, but over time, it often creates the very problems partners are trying to avoid. Emotional suppression is often an emotional coping mechanism that is learned early in life. For some, growing up in an environment where emotions were criticized, dismissed, ignored, or punished may have taught them that expressing feelings wasn't emotionally safe. Others may have learned that vulnerability led to disappointment, rejection, conflict, or emotional pain. As a result, suppressing emotions became a form of protection. It can also happen because some partners genuinely struggle to identify, understand, or express their emotions. If you don't have the language or awareness to recognize what you're feeling, it's difficult to communicate those feelings to a partner. Fear of conflict is also another common reason. Many partners worry that expressing disappointment, hurt, frustration, or unmet needs will lead to arguments, tension, or relationship instability. So they keep things inside or their feelings bottled up. Unfortunately, those feelings don't disappear simply because they are ignored. Some common signs of emotional suppression include denying your feelings, dismissing your own thoughts or experiences, or telling yourself that your feelings don't matter, avoiding vulnerable conversations, or emotionally withdrawing from your partner or shutting down during disagreements. Having difficulty identifying what you're feeling or keeping concerns to yourself rather than discussing them. Sometimes emotional suppression is so automatic that people don't even realize that they're doing it. They simply know that they feel disconnected, frustrated, distant, or misunderstood. One of the biggest misconceptions about emotional suppression is that it protects relationships. While suppressing emotions may feel like a way to keep the peace in the short term, it often creates a domino effect of relationship issues over time. Partners may begin feeling emotionally disconnected because they're not sharing their authentic experiences with one another. Unexpressed feelings can gradually turn into resentment, and needs go unmet because they are never communicated. Frustration may emerge through passive aggressive behaviors instead of direct communication. Conflicts can become more tense because underlying issues have been building beneath the surface for months or even years. And when problems do arise, successful conflict resolution becomes more difficult. Why? Because emotional suppression removes opportunities for communication, understanding, and repair. Healthy relationships depend on partners being able to share their internal experiences so that way they can understand each other's perspectives, respond to needs, and work through challenges together. Without that, emotional openness and problem solving becomes significantly harder. Addressing emotional suppression starts with three important skills. One is emotional identification. Learning to recognize what you're feeling. So instead of simply saying, I'm fine, ask yourself, what am I actually experiencing right now? Am I hurt, disappointed, lonely, anxious, frustrated, sad, overwhelmed? Two is emotional expression. So once you identify emotions, practice expressing them in healthy ways with your partner. So sharing emotions creates opportunity for understanding and connection. And three is feeling your feelings. Many partners try to immediately push emotions away, but emotions serve an important purpose. Our feelings provide us information. They tell us what matters to us. They tell us what we care about, and they help us understand how we're experiencing situations and relationships. When we constantly suppress emotions, we may be unintentionally invalidating our own experiences. And when we ignore valuable emotional information, we lose opportunities to understand ourselves and communicate our needs effectively. If emotional suppression has become a pattern in your relationship, know that awareness is the first step towards change. The goal ain't to express emotions perfectly. The goal is to create greater emotional awareness, openness, and understanding between partners, because healthy relationships ain't built on avoiding emotions. They're built on learning how to recognize, communicate, and work through them together. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more relationship insights. As always, stay motivated, and I'll see you on the next video.